It is, it is Inside Eagles Redzone podcast here live on Thursday, March 20th, 2025. It's Eric Williams, joined as always by Matt Namo. Matt, what's going on?
Eric, first day of the NCAA tournament. I have that on in my living room. Quad boxing. Um, Winning two brackets. Oh well, it's okay. But beautiful, beautiful Thursday. How are you, my brother?
Yeah, not bad. I'm just grinding through these defensive ends, trying to get through some of the tape and really just kind of get my grasp on the whole defensive line in general for the pod. And I was like kind of quietly reminded this morning that there's 36 days, 36 days till the draft, 37 days till the NFL draft.
Yep.
So we got like, I think I'm like in crunch time now because like I look back at it, like it wasn't like as much as when we did those like crazy previews for the teams in the off season last year. But like we're like just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Like we're off tomorrow, but we're doing a show Saturday. So it's just I kind of back in that like okay, got to go back on the like you know what I mean like okay we got to do a show tomorrow. Okay, we got to do a show tomorrow. We got like
Yep.
I'm just like I'm like I'm like constantly like thinking about it and just like it's like we had like that week of like no pod and I was like okay like cool and then like it was like Monday Tuesday I'm like oh shit like but nah it's good to be to doing the thing at a consistent basis. So yeah, good stuff. I think we'll just get right into the edge rushers and not wait any longer. We'll save some stuff for later. But who do you want to start with?
We're gonna start with Jack Sawyer here, Mr. Ohio State. Let's just transfer over there. That's beautiful.
We are live on twitch.tv/ITRZ pod for the video. If you're on Discord and watching the video, you can also pull up the video. But
Yeah.
yeah,
So big thing with Jack. I really like him. Very 6'4", 260. One of the key defensive leaders of Ohio State, the national champion Ohio State Buckeyes, projected to go late first round possibly. I think really what you get out of Jack, he's a natural leader. He was even he was literally the team leader of Ohio State last year. You saw it. How much that touchdown he had impacted how that team rallied against Texas in the semifinal. He had the big play. I know that highlight is in this video when he forces the fumble and gets the touchdown and runs it off of that. He's very powerful. You're going to see it throughout these highlights. He uses his arms and his legs to just bully some offensive tackles and finds a lot of success with it. He's got a very high football IQ, very good at diagnosing the run. As you see there, he plays with gap integrity. He understands how to shed if he's fully engaged when in the run game, which I think is very important for a defensive end. A defensive end that's not overly athletic, like he is, and he's got multiple power rushing moves in his arsenal. He's got a little bit of a grab and pull. He's got a good bull rush, and yeah, very elite run defender from the defensive end position. Again, as he gets in there, and another one against Texas. The weaknesses, though, with Big Jack, he's got a slower first step. So some of these linemen he was able to kind of utilize, or overcome that slow first step and either just get by them because they're slower and worse athletes, or he would power right through them. So I think at the NFL level, though, he's going to have to win with power. And the other weakness, he's like an average athlete. He's not like some of these guys that we've looked at and will continue to look at. He's not even one of the four that we're looking at today, or two of the four are really like supreme athletes. or Jack's just average. But the team that drafts him is going to get kind of, to me, reminds me kind of like Trey Hendrickson. Um, I think Hendrickson's
So
more beaten out.
they play a 4-3 at Ohio State.
Yeah,
Where does he fit in a 3-4?
he'd play
There's
a
an outside linebacker.
down lineman. He would be your end in a 3-4, and not
Okay,
your actual
okay.
edge rusher.
So you wouldn't play him out. You wouldn't play an outside
No,
linebacker.
because he played with his
Okay,
hand in the dirt all the time at Ohio State, even though they're like in a wide nine front. Um,
right.
he's a guy put his hand in the dirt, let him make plays for you, and utilize someone with more athleticism, or even just straight up playing faster to be your actual edge rusher in a 3-4.
Out of like his what do you, from what you've watched so far, what do you view as a highly skilled set? Do you view his run stopping ability, or his defense in the passing game?
No, I think run defense wise, he's elite. Um, just some of the stuff he's able to do. He's a football player, and I think that's what's big for these defensive ends, especially to be very good against the run. Um, if he goes up against a weaker offensive tackle, his power is going to be fine, and he'll be able to get to the quarterback. But automatically day one, he's going to be good against the run. He's going to find the running back and make disruptive plays at the line of scrimmage or even in the backfield. And he does show the ability to drop back into coverage a little bit. And even if he can't get there on pass rush, he'll get his hands up and continue, and he'll get his hands up at the pass, and he will play until the whistle. But I think day one, you get a very good run stopping defensive end.
Now, if you look at his overall last couple of years, um, 2022, 2024, he's played a lot of snaps.
Yep.
Like 2022, he's played 329 snaps. 2023, he almost doubled it with 610, and then 2024, he definitely doubled it with 698. So they're playing him a lot, but he's also accumulated a lot of on field playing time.
Yeah, and with the player like that, he's the type of guy. The more he plays, the better he's going to do.
You
And
don't worry about a guy like that. Um, I know we've talked about on this pod before that there's guys that don't play a lot in college, and then they're, because you said like the
we're going to
percentage of
look at
snaps.
one today that didn't
Yeah,
play a lot.
yeah. Is he somebody because he's played a lot? Um, do you worry about him on the next level, like kind of staying to that like healthiness because he's already have a lot of miles in him already?
Nah, especially it to me, playing time, usage, whatever. If you are a person that's had a lot of injuries, or to me, I really running back is the position where you actually get worn down from all the snaps that you play. Um,
Like I saw that with you see that a lot with like those like looking at those stats when we looked at the running backs. I kind of see that in that aspect,
yeah,
but I
and
just yeah,
that's why the NFL doesn't value the running back position, because these guys get 300 touches, they get hit 3 to 4 times a play, and then they're done. And then
that's why the two
once a
year
running back
career. Yeah,
loses his speed or his power or his first step, he's done. Yes,
right.
offensive linemen, defensive linemen are going to play a lot, but as long as they're not injury prone or battling injuries all the time, he's another extremely good defensive end from Ohio State, and they just churn him out. That's what they do.
Yeah.
You got Chase Young, you got both Bosa's. He's going to be another one. Sam Hubbard was another one. Like these guys they're a school that just they used to shit out linebackers. Now they shit out wide receivers, defensive ends, and occasionally some corners.
Yeah. Um, I'm not. I'm not sure why he's dipped because, like, I know last year, like late last year, there was talks of him being a first round pick, and it looks like he's actually kind of dipped a little bit into the second round. What would be the cause of that? From watching, you've had some time to kind of look at some of the video.
Teams love athletic freaks, and he's a good
No, but why
athlete.
would he? But why would he fall though? In
Because when
projection.
you are in an look at all the edge rushers that are in this class, and look at all the dudes that are straight athletes.
Yeah, like we looked at one yesterday.
So
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to end up being where he might be a second round pick. He's going to be productive.
Yeah.
You're going to get There's going to be edge rushers drafted in this. The Texas A&M guys. I like
Yeah.
them. But if we're talking 5 years from now, who's on pace to have a better career, and it's Jack Sawyer compared to Scorton or Shamar Stewart, I won't be shocked at all.
Right.
Because
I'd be shocked. Yeah, I'd be
the
shocked
yeah,
if yeah.
Eric, and I know it's a question to ask, so like the people that listen can get a handle on it. If you measure this, like this is why I don't really care about the combine, because there are
Yeah.
guys that are correctly slotted where their college tape and everything has put them. Yeah, hey, this guy is back end of the first round. He's going to be good, but he's not a top 10 pick. If he runs a quick 40 or does 30 reps on the bench press, they'll shoot right up the board. They're going to shoot right up
Right.
the board. They want to kill quarterbacks for missing incomplete passes. I saw Jalen Milrose stat line from his pro day today, and he ran a 4.37 40. So guess what? I know I like Jalen Milroe, but now there's going to be teams that are like, oh shit, look at this, and he opportunity to jump up the board. There's a lot of teams that over are overly infatuated with combine results, where Sawyer's not going to measure out that great at the combine. But if you watch his tape, you're going to be like, oh shit, okay, this dude knows what he's doing, and he could play day one.
The first person that every time I think of, and it's every year I think about it. Every time I think of Eagles and Combine, I think one name, Mike Mamula.
Yep.
Because that was like as a kid, he was like the first guy that like I would hear. Oh, he had a great combine. Like this is my dad talking to me. Oh, he had a great combine. This is what 94, 90. Like,
Yeah.
dude, I don't know what the hell. I'm 7 or 8 years old like at the time. I don't know what the hell the combine was, and like he's over there. Oh, he had a great combine, and then he gets in trouble at Lehigh, and that dude, like that's like my early memories of the combine. Like talking about the combine, he was a bust. The guy was
Yep.
a complete bust. But yeah, the combine, like you get the only good thing at the combine is there's a lot of content. Like there's a lot of people.
That's so
Like
true.
you get Baldy at the combine. He's able to chat with people and kind of gauge kind of like that, like what's going on in the league. And then like I think more for the combine, it's more for like those scouts to kind of get a because they're chatting with those guys and and talking with them and kind of getting a feel of the kind of person they are. Yeah, they have those
For sure.
top 30 meetings, but if you don't want to schedule a top 30 meeting with hey, a guy who could be a fourth round pick, well then here's your chance to have maybe a 5 minute conversation with this person and say, hey, like this is a guy who hey has a good head on his shoulders and kind of understands you know what we're trying to do, and maybe he could be a part of it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
but yeah, I think a lot of people just take that combo. Like we talk. I mean, we report those numbers because they are numbers. They
Yep.
are stats. They are not grades. See what I did there, Matt?
That's right.
Stats, not grades. So when we talk about stats, those are stats. Grades are grades. That's called comprehension. It's two different things.
Well, and you know my thoughts on PFF anyway.
Yep. Yes, but it's a good tool. PFF is a good
It's a good tool
tool.
to use for sure.
It's a tool, but it's not the end all be all.
Yeah.
It's a
Never take all their grades with a grain of salt.
yeah. You just take them and go okay, and you do what you want with them. You know
That's
what I mean?
right.
You're not like then it's not the holy grail. It's not all that fun hunky dory stuff. I do think from what Sawyer, like I said, like my two things coming out of Sawyer is that um his competitiveness, from what I've seen, um his swag. So I think that could help an NFL
Yep.
team
Oh,
completely.
defensively, you got a
I
defensive
don't.
leader with him, dude.
Yeah, and that's somebody that can come in there and you can kind of, again that the swag that Philadelphia has. He'd be the guy. He could fit in here.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like I mean, Michael Williams would fit absolutely perfect in here, but Jack Sawyer is kind of another one that. Now I don't know if he's a first round guy. But maybe how the board falls. Maybe he is a first round guy. I
Yeah.
don't. You'd have to see how the board falls. Again, these um these people talk about give first round grades and second round grades. Well, it all depends on how the board shifts. You have
I
anything
think
else?
you nailed
Yeah,
that right there.
yeah. Um, I think we're getting off topic here for a second. I keep hearing now, it's not Carter or Hunter one. It's Cam Ward one. Cam Ward one. That's all I've been hearing the last like 24 hours.
Let
I
it
hope next week
happen.
it's
Let
yeah.
these.
Let it happen. Five quarterbacks. Let 5 or 6 quarterbacks
Yep.
go in the first round.
Please.
Yep. Let the kid from Louisville go in the first round. Let freaking Jackson Dart go in the first round. Let Shador Sanders go in the. Oh, let all of them.
Let them
Just let
all.
them all. But
These guys will be
um,
redrafting quarterbacks in
4 years.
4 years.
By the way, before we get any further, I want to promote Sunday, April 27th at Country Club Brewery in Bethlehem, PA, inside Eagles Redzone. We'll be live at 11:30 a.m. Come out and join me and Matt as we break down the NFL draft. We will be holding our thoughts in on the NFL draft until then. So you will not be seeing a day one podcast as much as I'm gonna if I'm gonna be excited and day one. Nope, I'm gonna have to wait till Sunday. And so join us Sunday, April 27th. If not, you can listen to us on the download or live on Discord. So,
Damn right.
anything else on Jack Sawyer?
No. No.
So,
I'm a big.
what's the next one you
I'm
want?
a big fan of Jack.
Okay, so so let's.
Well, let's do all four, and then we'll go back over.
Okay.
We'll go back. We'll go over the four for today, and then we'll go over the 12.
How they rank into
Yes.
okay. Okay.
So
Cool.
we're gonna look at Jack's teammate next. Whoa, let's meet that. JT Tue Mualu. Dude, you know what?
AT.
Another very productive, very good, very intelligent defensive end out of Ohio State. Very just like his teammate, very good power rusher. He's got great instincts in the screen game, great body control when it comes to trying to get leverage and staying balanced, especially against the run. And he's got good length and good strength. I believe. Let me just get his numbers here. Oh, I don't have his bench. That's okay. He did run a 4.62 40. He's 6'4", 265 pounds. He's got 33 and 3/4 inch arms. That's pretty good. How that measures out. Another player though, just like Jack, when you get to his weaknesses, he's He's got an average burst off the snap. He can play too tall, allowing linemen to get a distinct advantage against him, and he's predictable with his pass rush moves. And I know we talked about that earlier, but that's going to be a thing with a guy like him, where if he has success early and goes back to the well, or just because he doesn't have a full arsenal or a lot of pass rush moves, these linemen are going to catch on to what he's doing, beat him to that spot, and then he's going to be completely ineffective. But like I like Sawyer more. I think Sawyer, while JT is good, I think he looked even better because he's playing across from Jack. I think he can be very productive, very solid. Again, he just understands football. He understands the concepts. He can play great against the run. He's got decent hands. He can pick up, diagnose those screen passes, which, especially with some of these Shanahan offenses, he might end up seeing a lot. It's just, how much did he benefit from playing with Jack? Because I think out of the two, I like Jack the most. Jack with the leadership and just like that never-ending motor and being that attitude guy. But JT is not a slouch either. He's going to be productive, and he's got a good opportunity to develop into a very good player. But it's just, that's the question I have watching him, where sadly, I didn't have that watching Jack. I knew Jack was the guy. So how much did JT benefit from playing with him?
Yeah, that was something that I kind of took into consideration as well.
Yeah, it's weird because like he does. There's things that pop, like every one of these screen passes that have been in this highlight tape, or him dropping out into coverage and getting his hand on the ball, or like even this play right here to be able to react to the quarterback coming in, forcing him to pitch, and then still getting out there to stop the actual running back. That's very impressive stuff. But I just think if you're just comparing the two, since that's where we're at right now, like Jack just seems to have more natural power and the ability to really just collapse one side of the offensive line with his bull rush and with his power rush moves, where I feel like JT is good at that, but it's not that. It'd be a B plus compared to Jack's like A, close to an A plus.
Right, yeah, and that's kind of right where I'm at. Um, the other thing that JT's also, whereas Jack like 2020, if you look at Jack's like 2022 versus JT, like I think what did I say, 300 snaps,
Yeah.
300, a little bit over 300 snaps. Uh, JT played 503 snaps in 2022, 677 in 2023, and 667 in 2024. Um, yeah, so um, it was actually, I think his run grade was actually better. Hold on, yeah, this is according to yeah, BFF.
What did they
So
grade him out on the run?
they rated him better than Jack on the run, but they rated in the pass Jack over JT.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what PFF, our friends over at PFF, is saying about them.
Wow, that is because this draft site that I'm using,
Yeah,
NFLDraftBuzz.com, they grade percentages,
yeah,
but they have Jack Sawyer's run defense percentage clicks Hold on, what's this? I just want to get this proper rating. They rank his run defense at 98% and pass rush at 93% for Jack. And
Oh,
JT's
okay.
got 89 for run defense and 84 for pass rush.
Yeah, I wonder. Again, a lot of different people have different grades.
Yeah.
We could do a grading system. We could,
Oh, for sure.
Again, we did an Eagles grading system. I'm looking at right now, and it's like what went into our. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
just the eye. You know what I mean? The eye test is kind of what we've looked. You know what I mean? And who's gotten better. Um, but it's that's opinion based at the end of the day.
Oh, without a doubt.
Gra- Again, grades and stats are stats. Just a friendly reminder when you're having a conversation.
JT had 13 sacks this past year
Yeah,
compared to Jack's 9.
yeah. It could be the way the Ohio State just or they
Yeah.
tried to take away. They tried to take away. You'd have to look kind of deep dive into Jack if he was getting double teamed or
Yep.
if they had tight end help on the edge and they were just kind of trying to lock him in and they were more worried about maybe teams were more worried about Jack than they were JT.
Yeah.
Um,
And dude,
I thought it
that's
was.
just
I
tip of
thought
the
it was.
cap to Ohio State, though, having two damn good defensive ends that are going to get drafted in the same class.
I found it funny. I was watching this morning. I was watching something, and it looked like they were just going like JT was coming off the edge, and I'm trying to think if it was Indiana. It was ready for me to go to bed, but um, every highlight was like somebody trying to take out his legs like, the whole time, like getting completely low, like literally they were like you would basically be doing swim moves on the grass, like that's how it was like. They were really trying to take JT out of like they were trying to go after his legs, like you know.
That's funny as shit, though.
So I have full transparency. I have stuff going on. I have the screen here. I have a screen over here, and I'm watching. So I pull up the tape of who we're talking about to kind of have like two screen. To kind of have like another you know another view at it. So whatever video I was watching on JT stopped, and it pulls up as Shador Sanders tape from him against Baylor, and I'm watching him move. And I don't know what it is, Matt, but I'm watching him move. Yeah, we're getting off topic. Yes, I'm watching him move, and I've completely kept hearing the words, "Oh, how fast he is." Yo, he really is Vince Young. He is slow.
Yeah, he's not.
He looks slow,
Yeah.
like drop back, run. Like, dude, he's not incredibly fat. Like even taking off, like he's not even.
No.
Like Jalen runs faster than him, and by like
Yeah.
a mile. Like I'm like watching this guy, and I'm like, yo, he looks like he like my like is like, is that like like half speed or something? Like what's going on here? Like no, and I'm like no, like dude, he looks slow.
He does. That's
Way off topic, but whatever.
exactly what I think.
Yeah, way too slow. He does not have elite speed, even as a quarterback.
No.
Oh boy,
Good old Shador.
Shador.
Our third of the four. We're leaving the Big Ten temporarily. We're going back to the Big Ten next. Kadarius or Quandarius, excuse me, or Q Robinson from good old Alabama.
I have to throw this out there because, yeah, EP's in the chat. EP tells me yesterday, I'm excited for tomorrow's show, and I'm like, yeah, me too. And I'm sorry, I'm an asshole today. Whatever. Oh, what changes? I'm an asshole every day. She goes, I'm excited for another Penn State guy tomorrow, and I'm like, who the hell? What are you talking about? And she thought it was a Penn State guy, Robinson.
Oh, no. EP, we love you, but outside of a handful of guys, Penn State don't get athletes. They get a handful.
Oh, oh boy, here we go.
They get a handful.
Oh boy, here we go.
Here's one thing before we even get into it. The Penn State Nittany Lions are the Dallas Cowboys of college football.
Oh,
They're not
who are
better.
the Phil?
EP, I hate to tell you, they're not better than Ohio State. Ohio State just won a national title. When's the last time Penn State won a national title? Oh, that's right.
Boy.
They're the Cowboys.
Oh man, here we
They
go.
are the Cowboys.
Who's the Philadelphia?
Football.
Who's the Philadelphia Eagles of college football?
Well, I mean, just based on freaking how many dudes are on the roster, Georgia.
Georgia.
But
I just don't want that quarterback.
no, it's Carson Beck, stay away.
Or they have a Carson. They have a Carson.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. They need a Jalen. Georgia need. Let me look at.
Oh
Georgia,
wait,
see if they have
hold
a
on.
Jalen
I'm
Carson.
sorry. I'm sorry. What I said, calling Penn State the Dallas Cowboys of the NFL, is actually a slap in the face to the Dallas Cowboys. Penn State hasn't won a national title in football since 1986. And they only have two? 1982 and 1986.
Yeah. Not good.
Oh my God. That's horrible. They don't even put Eric. Hold on. I gotta switch. This is hold on. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen.
EP said, well, I have a habit of liking two teams with two championships.
Yeah, EP, you're dead on. But look, you want to know how embarrassed of their... I'm sorry, Q. We're going to have to go back and rewatch your tape. But here's all you need to know about Penn State. They don't even put... I just want to...
We're not, don't worry, we're not looking at Matt's Gmail today.
No. But look. Here, wait. I was looking at individual. That's all individual. Oh, okay, that ruins my... I was going to say they don't even list football national championships on their website. But look, 19... So they're worse than the Cowboys.
Oh, boy. There we go.
Cowboys last won in 1995. So they're at 30 years. Penn State, we're going to be at 40. I'll never. It's one thing I'll never understand. I mean, hate Ohio State all you want, but they win national titles, and they put more players in the NFL. But okay, let's get back to Q. You know who Q reminds me of, Eric? J-Alex
Who does
Hunt.
you remind? J-Alex Hunt.
I say that. Oh, hold on here. As this tape rolls. He didn't play a lot. This past year was his productive season. So this is why everything with him kind of grades out with a big grain of salt. Because he only has 1 year of productivity.
True productivity, man.
Yeah. But you ran a 4.640 at 6'4", 243 pounds. His wingspan is 78 4/8 inches. That's the 88th percentile. That's ridiculously good. This dude, very flexible for his height. He's a former safety, converted into defensive end. He can play with his hand down, or he can play standing up. He's got a very explosive first step, and look, he utilizes that safety background along, Yes, he can cover, but he's very disciplined against the run. And if you tell him to go after the passer, he can freaking get there. He needs to get bigger. Especially, I think, if he wants to play edge
Yeah, he's only
at,
240.
at the NFL. He's got to get bigger. And also,
Now,
probably because he is a converted edge rusher from safety, he struggles at times to disengage from blockers. He can kind of stay in it when there's times you need to get off, shed the block, go get to the run. But I watched this, read all the stuff, and I'm like, dude, he's Jalen Hunt.
yeah. But you got to think about it, like, when I'm looking at why he didn't play so much. Well, dude, like, they had Willie Anderson
Yeah.
at Alabama. They had Dallas Turner. They had Braswell. He was playing behind those guys, and he just like those guys. Like Will Anderson just went to the NFL. Braswell went to the NFL. So that's why he's finally playing. Had those guys not been there, he probably plays 2023.
Yep.
Like, he's a redshirt senior, but he's able to kind of get in there and play, more. I do agree with you. I think he does need to gain some weight. Probably about 10 pounds.
Yeah.
I would say 10 pounds. Probably get up to 250. But he, if you really look at his the way that Alabama's played him, and I'm curious to see what you think about this. But if you look at how Ohio State plays, they had him, this year, 53 snaps off the ball. And then last year they had him 41 snaps off the ball and 51 snaps outside tackle. Where this year they had him 193.
Oh yeah.
He didn't play a lot. Like, he didn't play 500 snaps.
No.
So this is a guy with little tread life. So maybe he's a guy that you could take in the.
He's projected to go sixth round.
Okay.
So, this is why. So, overall ranking, he's not going to be too high. I'm telling you that right now. But this is, and I'm glad you included him when, we were talking about guys to talk about.
Yeah, I'm not like everybody. I'm just like I love all these guys.
But dude, you take a EP, ding, ding, ding. If it's the 5th round, it's the 6th round, you get another, even if you might fall out in the 7th.
The surprising thing is you say 6th round, but I have some boards have him as the 107th player on the big
So
board.
that'd be 4th, 5th. Yeah.
Third,
okay. So he might
fourth.
be.
Yeah.
They might have that on the big board, but
Yeah.
some of these teams are going to go, oh, has he played? Can we develop him? Because he needs. He needs seasoning. He needs.
Yeah. No. He's not ready now. Yeah.
But people were saying the same thing when the Eagles took Jalen Hunt.
Right, and they drafted him in the 3rd round.
And I think this guy might be a better athlete than Jalen Hunt.
Yeah.
And the difference with him, honestly, if he plays I know I'm mentioning Georgia on an Eagles podcast, ha. But if he plays at Georgia, this is the difference between the two programs. Even though Saban's gone, Alabama, yes, they have a roster, 5-star guys at every position, four guys deep. But if you start for Alabama, you start. Yes, you're going to get spelled here and there. But if he was at Georgia, same situation. But look how many Georgia guys we drafted. And the big question when it was talking about drafting these Georgia guys was, they don't play a lot. They don't play a lot. How are they going to go from playing 30 snaps a game to 60 snaps a game? Because Georgia consistently rotates guys out. Like Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nolan Smith, they all played 23% of snaps in college.
Yeah.
Because Georgia will play. Georgia goes, hey, we have 16 guys. that are great, and our defense won't drop off. All 16 are going to play. Where Alabama, yeah, Eric, you just listed off what 4, 5, 6 names of
Yeah.
guys that were ahead of him. Like those guys are going to play now. Oh, hey, dude, they graduated. It's your turn now.
Right.
But I like the tape. I like what he could. He's the guy though. Like a lot of the guys we've talked about so far, JT, Sawyer, even yesterday and the day before. Those are guys like day one what you're going to get.
Right.
He's gonna whatever team drafts him. There's going to be some plays in the preseason where he flashes, but he just
Right.
needs downs. He needs snaps so he can flash and then show that consistency and build that consistency. So he's a guy you take for maybe minimal impact this year, maybe special teams this year, but you're looking kind of what I mean. Hey, tip of the cap to Jokes Hunt. You popped off by the end of the year, but that was a pick where it was like, okay, we're really going to see what he is in like 2 to 3 years.
Right. Right.
That's why he's not a day one or a day two guy, but he's that middle round where he's the type of guy 4 years from now they're like, oh my god, we got this guy in the 4th round, what a steal. And that's what I think we could end up at the end of the day saying about him.
Well, like I think when I look at guys that could develop like a Jalen Hunt, you got to look at, and I don't remember if we put him on the list or not, but the Femi Oladeo from UCLA.
Oh,
like he's a guy who
true.
he's a guy that has had limited snaps in 2022, had very limited snaps in 2020. Excuse me, had more snaps. Actually, had a lot more snaps, but they didn't really play him in the pass. They didn't play him in the run. They just had him on the field. Which is it's wild because I'm looking at like 2022. He played 609 snaps, but he only had this is weird. He had 91 pass rush snaps and 259 snaps, but he also had 493 off the ball snaps in 2022.
Wow.
438 off the ball snaps in 2023, and they kind of put him as an edge rusher in 2024. So that I don't know if you want to pull up the tape and put him in. I don't remember if we have him on that list, but I don't. Maybe we should put him in on Saturday. Like just talk about him Saturday. Like him and like that Dave the kid. I have to remember his name off the top of my head. Walker, David Walker from Central Arkansas. Like he's another one.
Yep.
Probably, but like if you're looking at a guy that could play like a Jalix, those two kind of come on. Like they're undersized, like under 250. Like as I'm looking at kind of sizes and weights. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm. But yeah, no, just
I like that.
Yeah.
There's...
Q kind of has that Jalix where he's not gonna like pop off like now, but he'll definitely be like a guy that can say, hey, like get him in the building, get somebody working with him, get him up to speed, and then maybe he's develops in 2 years.
Yeah.
Maybe he pops maybe he's a Jalix where he pops off at the end of the year. And you go, oh, like that guy came out of nowhere. It's like, oh, well, he's developed now. Like, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't have the seasoning that a lot of these big schools get. Again, if you want a guy right in the first round and that hey, 90% sure you're on, you're looking at the SEC.
Yeah, that's the damn truth right there.
Yeah.
But our last one, we're going back to the Big Ten. Josiah Stewart from Michigan. Let's get that and let that tape start to roll here. Current projection, mid-second round pick. Let's just look at some of his stuff. He ran a 4.740. He's 6'1", 249. This is a guy, explosive first step. He's the one so far. The four. he's the one out of the 4 we have looked at today where that first step is a really good weapon for him. He's also pretty refined as a pass rusher. He's got a lot of moves that he can use. Swim, some rip. There's times he'll just blow straight by you with speed. He's got very good hands. You're gonna see some of these highlights. His motor is ridiculous. Big Ten players are. Your good players in the Big Ten are always going to have very high motors. It's just the style of play that tends to lean itself towards Big Ten success. It's just ride it out until the play's over. He uses leverage very well and stays at a good pad level. He uses that to his advantage. He's played standing up and with his hand in the dirt, and he's also played snaps in coverage. So very versatile. Weaknesses for Josiah. He struggles at separating from blocks if the offensive line gets engaged first. So he really needs to work on that, or just make sure that, hey, you have good hands. You have to win your punch first and engage first. That way you can use your speed. The smaller he is a little bit on the smaller side, leads to struggles against powerful tackles. He takes wider angles when rushing the passer because he tries to utilize his speed so much. And that also ties into another weakness he has. Kind of like, it wasn't him, but kind of like number 8 on that play. Mobile quarterback. That defensive end got way too far upfield and got to the point where, as the quarterback stepped up, luckily Stewart was there. But he has a tendency to do that too. If you are a mobile quarterback, he will overextend and try to create that like containment pocket, and he'll leave that avenue. Sorry, Tim the Tat Man, I'm not trying to watch you. He will leave that.
I hate
avenue.
It's so funny about some of these videos sometimes, and I kind of have a story, but I'm glad you brought it up. So on YouTube, right? Some of these videos, it'll look like they're like it's a full video, like it looks like it was capped from ESPN, like completely capped from ESPN, right?
Yeah.
Like, have you seen those type of videos where it's like capped from ESPN? So I put on there was a kite, it was a first draft, whatever. So I just put on videos probably I had woke up probably at 1:00 this afternoon, kind of just to kind of wake up and see what the hell was going on. The dog was acting the fool, so I was kind of feeling what the hell was going on with the dog. So I was just let me just put on something in the background just to kind of go back to bed for a little bit. So I'm watching this video, and I'm kind of trying to lay down and kind of back to sleep, and it's Schefter and Kuiper talking about football, right? So they're just talking, and that's how I heard the Cam Ward to Tennessee, blah blah blah, whatever. Like I said, that. So I'm watching this video, Matt, and all of a sudden, it's like I was on a phone call with somebody. I don't know who it was, but it was in the video. Somebody, it was the full video of hey, what you'd watch on TV. And then all of a sudden, it pops off as this YouTuber in the top right-hand corner, talking. And he's scared the fucking shit out of me. And I'm what the fuck is this? He's oh, they're talking about this. And I'm what? Whoa, whoa. And I'm trying to fall asleep, and it just fucking scares the shit out of me. Yeah, fucking wild. So I just got a message from the venue for April 27th. So we'll do a little survey here for everybody that's coming to Inside Eagles Red Zone podcast. So the burger place that we're supposed to have the food truck with is not able to do the event, whatever. But now the guy that told me, he said the food truck basically has a bachelor party that day. He does have somebody coming up, though. She does very good Spanish food, but also does catering for Super Bowl and other events. Any preference on food options? I was gonna call you, but I have a busy day. Anybody that's coming to the show have any input, or you just want to starve and watch us? Because I'll just go for 5.5 hours. I'll just go for 5.5 hours with you guys not eating, and then we'll just close the building, and you can't leave without eating food. So I just I guess Chris is not eating too. When are you gonna have time for it before the event? We're getting there at like 9 o'clock. Where are you going? Where is this guy going?
He's gonna have Wawa.
What if it was Colombian? I'm not taking him to Wawa. Fuck him. Oh boy, you guys are fucking picky. Oh, looks like I'll be wound.
It'll be BYOS. Bring your own sandwich.
You're not doing no fucking taste test. Fuck the taste test for you now. Jesus fucking Christ.
No, I know
like
I know I have no preference.
No preference.
Don't
Okay,
care at all.
I was gonna say I can't ask a certain person because they won't answer a question. They won't answer a question. So, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm watching fucking. I just like, dude. I can't believe I'm watching this UCLA tape. All of a sudden, yeah, this is this is a molded this is a mold player. That Oladeo guy is a molder.
Yeah.
He's, like I didn't even mean to put it on. It just pops up UCLA, and I'm watching him versus Colorado. Good Lord, I hate fucking Sanders. I do not like Sanders. Take it back. Take him off the fucking list. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I don't like him at all. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. Yo, I'm starting. Yo, Matt, I don't like the more and more I watch Shedeur Sanders, I'm really starting to believe that he might be one of the most overhyped players.
I don't think he's hyped.
Dude, I don't even see him dude, I saw Bryce Young and Caleb Williams' tape in college. They threw a better ball than him.
Yeah.
This guy has second round all over him. I don't see first round in him. What? I know we're doing an edge show, but I just don't see it. I'm having a fucking epiphany right now.
But he's a quarterback.
I know, but I just don't see it. I'm watching. It looks slow. Everything's slow motion. I watched him before, and I'm but it was it really was sped up. Some of these games are just sped. Some of it's sped up. He feels like he's getting, not sped up, but I feel like he's pressured to make throws, and then that's when he's thinking. But when he's in the pocket,
to his credit, he played with a god awful offensive line.
Yeah, but when he has time in the pocket, I'm watching this play that just happened. Playing fucking Arizona, but what the fuck is this from 2023? What was Colorado's record last year? They were not fucking four. How bad were they last year? Off the top,
they made it to a bowl game, so I think they
because on here,
7-5. Yeah, that would have been 2023 because it started 2-0.
Oh, 2020. Okay, so I don't know what the fuck is YouTube doing. What the fuck is going on with YouTube?
Well, you'd have to write in 2024 highlights to get.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I wasn't looking. I wasn't searching. It just comes up on recommend because I've been watching so much college football. Yeah. It just pops up on these videos. But 2023, God, he looks. Ugh. Jesus Christ, he looks not good. Not good.
I mean, dude, none of these quarterbacks look good. You can say the same shit about Cam Ward. He doesn't look good.
No, yeah.
That's why we're talking about don't draft a quarterback this draft, but people are going to do it.
No, do it. Draft 6 quarterbacks, 7 quarterbacks. Please. Don't tell the GMs to draft them all. Yeah, take them all.
I don't think any of these guys are going to pan out to be good.
You're definitely drafting in 2-3 years. This is not the quarterback class.
No.
Might be one of the worst. What was that year that Pickett was drafted?
2019.
Who else?
2020.
Like Raider was
Yeah,
drafted.
Ritter
Like,
was the second
yeah,
rounder.
no, Raider wasn't
2022.
2020.
2020 was Jalen, so I think it was like
Hold on.
2022. Because Pickett's going into his
Hey, hey Siri, when was
2021.
Kenny Pickett drafted? Not answering me. Go fuck yourself, Siri. Hey Siri, when was Kenny Pickett drafted? 2022.
Yeah, that's a bad quarterback class.
This might be a complete. Yeah,
Might be very similar.
yeah, not good. Next year, much better.
Yeah, next year's when you want the quarterback.
Yeah. For the Giants, if the Giants draft the quarterback at 3, we all sit there and laugh.
I'm gonna laugh when they draft the quarterback at 1. I'm gonna laugh when they draft the quarterback at 2. I'm gonna laugh when they
Oh,
draft the quarterback at
3.
3.
Imagine it goes back to back to back. We're gonna
I'd
be.
love it.
I'd laugh so. I might break the Cardinal
I would
rule.
freaking love it. But out of the 4 we watched today, the daily ranking is Jack Sawyer 1. I've just Josiah Stewart 2, JT 3, and Q 4. I think you have to put Q 4 because he is the one that is a project. But the unveiling of the top 12. So here we go. 1, Abdul Carter. 1A, Mykal Williams. 3, James Pierce. 4, Jack Sawyer.
Ooh.
5, Kyle Kennard. 6, Landon Jackson. 7, Mike Green.
Yeah.
8, Nick Scorton. 9, Josiah Stewart. 10, JT. 11, Shamar Stewart. And 12, Q.
Yeah. Q's gonna fall because of Q's.
Yeah, Q's going to end up being very low on the list.
Again, Q could pop off and be.
Oh, Q could be great. I think he could develop, but
Yeah.
these are guys, 11 out of the 12
Have more athletic ability
you
than him.
could start or have very heavily in your rotation. Q, I
Yeah.
think, will need time.
On day one. Yeah, day one. Mike Green's the one that I kind of wonder, was he? I don't like. I don't know. The Mike Green kind of hype is like he might go above these guys, but I just
I think Green's going to be good,
yeah
but there's just other guys I like more. And I like
yeah
guys that I think Green struggles against the run. I like what the 6 guys in front of him do against the run, along with rushing passer. Mykal Williams is still the man. But I mean, I would draft all these guys where if you look at like running back, even though I like them, there's like 3 or 4 I would draft, and the rest would be like, okay, cool, good for another team. They got a good player. Wide receiver, same thing. There's guys I draft, but if we don't draft any of them, I'm not gonna. Oh man, I can't believe we didn't draft one. Quarterback, fuck them all. Like some of the tackles, like some of the tight ends, edge rushers. I love all these guys.
yeah yeah. I really want to see Jalen Walker. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll add him Saturday. I'm going to see him Saturday. Um, so we'll do. How about we'll do Birch, Walker, Swinson, and let's throw Gillette for Saturday.
I like it.
So Saturday at 4 p.m. we'll do another one of these shows, and then we have what do we have? We'll have Roberts, Ivy. So we'll figure it. We have like two more shows after Saturday,
Yeah.
so it should be done by Tuesday on these defensive ends, and then we'll get into the defensive tackles. But
It's a very deep and very good class.
yeah,
Will anyone top the top two? That's the real question now. And what?
I think Jalen Walker. I think Jalen Walker has. I think you're gonna love Jalen Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Jalen Walker is gonna be the one that. I don't know if he pops. He might pop off into the top four.
Is he going to
But
tackle the
my
Nittany
question
Lion
would be
fraud?
because he is a linebacker. The thing would be is would he play edge at the next level?
Yeah.
And that's where I'm kind of because technically he is a linebacker.
If he's an outside linebacker, then technically
Yeah, outside,
an edge player.
yeah.
But
So
that'll be. Let's look at. Can he drop back and do some coverage?
yeah,
As well, which might
they had
help
him.
him or hurt him.
Yeah, he's 245 right now, 6'2", 245 at 21 years old.
Big boy.
Good Lord. I'm wondering if he pops off in the, but I'm really looking forward to having you watching, looking at him. I do think he will get into into that top four. I think we're going to end up with two defensive ends from Georgia in the top four. I really think so.
I wouldn't be shocked either, to be honest.
But you got anything else for us?
No, I got nothing.
We want to thank everybody for coming out today and listening to the pod. If you're on the download, thank you again for checking us out on the pod. Keep supporting the show. Keep give us your tell your friends. I don't care. Tell your foes. Tell anybody. But I'm out of here. We're good. Thanks again, Matt. We'll talk to you guys Saturday. See you.